What's wrong with a Motel 6? Who could you not run into at a Coldplay concert? Your third grade gym teacher, your gynecologist, your college fraternity brother, your daughter's cheerleading captain. Like, who could you not? It's not like it was a Metallica concert. It's not like, Ozzy Osbourne was going to be there, like, eating live rats. Like, it's a pretty mainstream concert.
So Martino reports the internet has gone into overdrive, staggered by the pair's shameless and shameful behavior.
How are you, an HR director, having an affair with the CEO? I'm guessing you didn't see the trainings that you've been assigning the employees. Forget HR. You are done in HR for the rest of your life. You will not run another HR department, because as soon as they Google your name and see a picture of you booed up with somebody else's husband who's also the CEO of your company, they're going to laugh that application right into the trash can.
The world watched in disbelief as Coldplay's kiss cam zoomed in on a seemingly innocent moment. Until it wasn't. There they were, Andy Byron, the once respected CEO of Astronomer, and Kristen Cabot, his head of HR, locked in an awkward, clearly guilty interaction that screamed more than just corporate bonding. While the internet exploded with theories and memes, and the media dragged both names through every possible headline, one voice has remained painfully absent: Andy Byron's parents. But now, whispers are surfacing, and the silence, it's finally starting to crack.
Rich CEO of one of the largest tech companies in the world could have anyone, and he's banging his H of all. This is why I think all HR positions are basically a joke and should be eliminated.
Coldplay hasn't made a single in years, and now they just made 2 last night.
Behind every headline-making executive, there's a family. And for Andy Byron, that family was once his greatest pride. Raised in a well-to-do Boston suburb, Andy was the kind of golden boy parents dream of. Top of his class, a scholarship to MIT, and a Silicon Valley success story. His parents, Thomas and Lorraine Byron, were often seen as the quiet foundation behind his rise. Neighbors described them as traditional, church-going, deeply principled people who did everything by the book. But when your son becomes the face of an affair scandal seen by over 100 million people, how do you even begin to respond?
An affair, and here's the latest reporting. That Byron and his wife, both 50, live in Northborough, which I think is by Foxborough, Massachusetts.
We're living in this wild age where people can find you like that. So as soon as that video went viral, we knew what company they both worked for.
Sources close to the Byron family have started to speak out anonymously. And according to them, the couple is absolutely devastated by the Coldplay incident. Lorraine, described by family friends as warm and fiercely protective, allegedly broke down in tears after seeing the viral video. Not just because of the shame it brought, but because, in her words, this isn't the son I raised. Meanwhile, Thomas Byron, a former Air Force officer and businessman, is rumored to be furious, not just at Andy, but at how he allowed his personal choices to destroy everything they built as a family.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? No! Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
But what's even more shocking, there are claims that Andy's parents had tried to intervene long before the scandal broke. A close friend of the family said they knew something was off. Andy had been distant. He avoided holidays. There were quiet tensions when Megan, his wife, called them crying. The Byons allegedly confronted their son months before the Coldplay concert, warning him to cut it off before it cost him everything. He didn't listen. And now they're left dealing with a public disaster they never signed up for.
Don't cheat on your wife. That makes you a scumbag. Let's just start there, full stop. But if you want to be a retarded scumbag, then you can go cheat on your wife at a concert where you're liable to be put on a massive camera in front of everyone, tens of thousands of people here in Boston, watching this.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? No! Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure.
That's a Coldplay concert, and it is the most viral clip on the internet.
This brings us to a powerful moment, something you'll only hear here. One source claims that Lorraine sent Andy a message just days after the video went viral. It read, "You've broken your vows, your family, and our hearts. I hope whatever you were chasing was worth losing everything." That single quote has spread in whispers across Reddit threads and local Boston Facebook groups. If true, it's a heartbreaking glimpse into the personal cost of one public moment. And it's a reminder the scandal didn't just wreck careers, it shattered families. Before we dive deeper, let's pause for a second. If you're finding this story as unbelievable as we are, don't forget to hit like, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more untold celebrity and corporate scandals. Because the tea never stops pouring here, and trust me, what's coming next will leave your jaw on the floor.
The problem here is that Andy Byron is married to someone other than Kristen Cabot, who, again, the irony of her being head of HR.
Let's talk about Megan Byron, Andy's wife. According to insiders, she was extremely close with Andy's parents. They treated her like a daughter. Lorraine was seen at several of Megan's charity events and even reportedly referred to her as my girl. So imagine the emotional turmoil when the scandal broke. Not only did Megan lose her husband to public disgrace, but it's said she also leaned heavily on Thomas and Lorraine for support. In private, they allegedly apologized to her directly, saying, "You didn't deserve this. You deserved loyalty, not lies." That apology may seem small, but in the court of public opinion, it means everything. It's becoming clearer that the Byron parents are standing not behind their son, but beside the woman he betrayed. That's not something you see every day. In fact, one Reddit user claiming to be from their town posted that Lorraine was overheard saying, "If Megan walks away from this marriage, I'll walk with her." Could this be a sign of a deeper fracture in the Byron household?
If you're gonna have an affair, why would you bring her to a concert in public where everybody can see you? What if you even ran into someone you knew? Who cares about the Jumbotron? What if you ran into someone you knew? Huh?
Forget the Epstein files. I want to see the text messages of that astronomer CEO that got caught cheating at the Coldplay concert.
Let's not forget, Andy's image wasn't built alone. His parents were heavily involved in his career from the beginning. They attended astronomers' early investor events, posed in family photos for the press, and even helped fund his first startup. So the shame they're carrying isn't just personal, it's professional. They helped shape the man who now finds himself at the center of America's most viral cheating scandal. And sources say that embarrassment has become unbearable, especially in their close-knit Boston community.
So not only are you
His life
an
has
infidel,
changed. Their lives are changed.
but isn't that illegal?
The whispers aren't stopping either. One old friend of the Byrons claimed Thomas had a private dinner with a local pastor shortly after the scandal exploded. That dinner, the source says, ended with the line, "My son lost his way, and now I have to live with the fallout." Whether true or not, the fact that these conversations are even happening proves just how much this moment rocked their world, and it opens a door into the deeply personal cost of public disgrace.
Come in and they're trying to get out of camera, but we see you. Dipped and dodged, understatement, huge understatement. I love how he fell to the ground.
But here's where it gets even murkier. There are now quiet rumors that the Byrons are considering a public statement. Not for Andy, but for Megan. It's believed they've drafted a letter that reads as both an apology and a show of support, intended to separate themselves from their son's actions. The move would be unprecedented. Parents almost never go public in scandals like this. But in this case, it might be the only way they salvage their own integrity. Of course, not everyone is convinced. Some believe the Byrons knew more than they let on. One speculative theory claims that Thomas was aware of Andy's workplace relationship and urged him to keep it quiet to protect the family name. There's no solid proof of that, but in scandals this big, the line between truth and speculation always blurs. And when silence drags on too long, people start to fill the gaps themselves. Another piece of the puzzle is Kristen Cabot. There's no evidence she ever met Andy's parents, but some believe that Lorraine refused to even acknowledge her existence after the scandal. An acquaintance said, "She called Kristen a homewrecker without saying her name, like it was that clear." That paints a picture of a mother who's not just disappointed, but outright disgusted. Whether you believe that reaction is fair or not, it shows the emotional depth of the situation. The longer the silence continues, the louder the speculation gets. If the Byrons ever do speak out, it won't just be for damage control. It'll be a move to reclaim their family's dignity. Until then, every photo, every non-statement, and every awkward public appearance will be dissected by viewers like you, and it proves something powerful. Even in the age of clickbait, some stories still cut deep because they're about family, betrayal, and the line between love and loyalty. So, what do you think? Are Andy Byron's parents silent out of shame, or are they quietly building a path to redemption for the family name? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into the stories others are afraid to tell, don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button. Because the scandal might be fading from headlines, but behind closed doors, the fallout is far from over.